If you've been anywhere near social media in the past 3 days, then you've no doubt heard about the horrifying events that took place in Charlottesville, Virginia over the weekend. Bearing lit tiki torches, as though they're not easy enough to make fun of without the Pier 1 props, dozens of white nationalists, read, Nazis, took to the streets in order to spread fear and racial hatred. The protest soon turned violent, resulting in a shocking act of terrorism that claimed the life of counter-protester Heather Heyer and injured 19 others. We knows that James Alex Fields Jr. was the man who drove his vehicle into the crowd, killing Heyer, but not surprisingly, there's been a concerted effort to put names to all of the hateful faces who helped create the tragic situation in Charlottesville. The aptly named Twitter account @YazzyRacist is spearheading a campaign to identify each of the citronella-scented bigots who assembled in Charlottesville to protest the proposed removal of a monument dedicated to Robert E. Lee. Perhaps the most famous photo from the incident is the above shot that shows one young man holding his torch aloft and screaming his message of hate. The demonstrators reportedly chanted "White Lives Matter" and "Jews will not replace us." The man has now been identified as 20-year-old University of Nevada, Reno student Peter Cvjetanovic. Reached for comment, Cvjetanovic insisted that he's not a racist, and offered up some BS about the importance of European culture as an explanation for his presence at the rally. "I did not expect the photo to be shared as much as it was. I understand the photo has a very negative connotation," Cvjetanovic said in an interview with Reno's KTVN-TV. "But I hope that the people sharing the photo are willing to listen, that I'm not the angry racist they see in that photo." He went on to justify his awfulness with the type of explanation that's sure to put him up there with Martin Shkreli as one of the internet's most hated villains. "I came to this march for the message that white European culture has a right to be here just like every other culture," Cvjetanovic said. "It is not perfect. There are flaws to it, of course. However, I do believe that the replacement of the statue will be the slow replacement of white heritage within the U.S. and the people who fought and defended and built their homeland," he added. "Robert E. Lee is a great example of that. He wasn't a perfect man, but I want to honor and respect what he stood for during his time." Shockingly, Cvjetanovic had no comment with regard to his feelings on other generals who are most famous for wars they lost or the importance of preserving the cultures of continents that aren't populated mostly by white people. Thousands have called for Cvjetanovic to be expelled from the University of Nevada, but the school has yet to publicly respond. Meanwhile, the troll who likely blames his persistent virginity on people with darker skin is standing by his beliefs. "I will defend tooth and nail my views as a white nationalist," Cvjetanovic said. "I love my culture and will fight for it, but never in a violent way. We're living in frightening times. Stay safe out there, folks."